Hey, what's up guys? Jason here. Just want to do a video update. I've been doing alright. Having good days, bad days, some ups, some downs, some different emotions here and there, and such is life. I just want to talk about I don't want to talk about a few things, I guess, but one thing I want to talk about is like struggling and dealing with emotions we don't like, anxiety. I've been finding anxiety coming at me every once in a while, kind of just out of left field. Kind of just coming at me unexpectedly, and it's interesting. The common theme that happens when anxiety comes is that I'm trying to figure everything out in the future. I'm trying to, there's unresolved things in my life. There's things I'm working at, there's things I'm growing out of, there's things I'm rebuilding. And if I place too much focus or energy on like all the work I gotta do or whatever, it kind of gets me off, and it's just not a good perspective. It's not appropriate. It's good to be aware of things you got to do. It's good to work towards those things, but to worry about them or get anxious about it is just doesn't serve us in any way. I kind of just came to my mind right now, like if we're starting college, right, to get a 4-year degree, and like every day we're like, oh, I still have 4 years left, like, oh, how am I gonna get there? I wish it could just be done with now. And maybe people do think like that, but obviously that's not a good way to think. And when it comes to things in life, in actual life, like some things take time, some things you gotta grow through, you gotta develop through. So another thing too is I can just be too focused on myself and be thinking about myself too much, that it could get me off. Like a couple weeks ago I was at my family's house, and I was having a good day, and then I got to my family's house, and then just anxiety out of nowhere hit me. And I just felt off. So, but I was so like focused on myself that day. Like I kept like looking at my phone, like checking Facebook, checking Snapchat, checking to see if I have messages. And whenever I get into that type of mode, it just throws me off, and so instead of like just being there with my family and just putting the phone down, which is what I should do, like I get to a family's house, get to anyone you want to spend time with, man, put the phone away. Like I find like the phone is such a distraction. It's such a thing that pulls us away from each other when we're with each other, and I'm guilty of that. And I can just say, like, through what happened last week at my family's house, that really gave me anxiety. It like got me so like focused on myself that like it allowed my thoughts to like get so like spread thin I find Facebook does that. It's like, because it's like so much stimulation on your brain. You're thinking about this person, you're thinking about that person, you're thinking about this event, that event, you're thinking about, your mind is like comparing your life to their life, and just like so much of your focus is being spread out. Sometimes we gotta like shut that off, put the dang phone down, and just live, enjoy each other's company. Like, I've just been hitting by a few stories this week about people or families of, losing loved ones. Like, I just watched this video. This 9-year-old girl got hit by a car, hit and run, and their mom, her mom is just like, it was her only kid, her only daughter, even. No, she doesn't have a daughter, it's just like, then reading the comments on the video, like, about other people losing their kid by hit and run or car accident. It's, the other night the freeway was closed because of an accident, and they only closed the freeway if someone died here. It's like, what really matters, what's really important. If we could just focus on, man, what's really important here. Does it matter how many notifications I have here on Facebook? Does it matter who likes this picture? Does it matter how many friends I have? How many subscribers I have? Does it matter how many likes I get? How many people are following me on Instagram, whatever, It's like, like, who cares, And I'm talking to myself too, because I'm guilty of this, and I'm aware of it, and I don't like it. I want to have like total control over social media in a healthy way. I didn't even intend to talk about this, to be honest, but it just came, and it is what it is. I think it's something that we all should try to, be aware of. And I'm sure, like, a lot of people are good at handling social media healthfully and responsibly, and that's awesome. And, for the most part, I'm pretty good at it, but there's ways, I could improve in that area. And, so I just want to, just talk about that, and talk about, like, things we can be grateful for. Gratitude. When I find myself in just a super good mood, and, joyful, happy, and even grateful, like, right? Like, it's like, man, I'm just grateful today, man. Like, for this, that. Yeah, I have these challenges, but I'm not focused on the challenges. I'm aware of them. Like, I know they're there. I'm not ignoring them, but, like, I'm just in a proper mind state, a proper attitude, a proper perception about things in life, and gratitude is a huge part of that. Whenever I feel myself just in a super good mood, gratitude is there, So, I know it's kind of harder, if we're in a down mood or something, to just, be grateful. Sometimes that's challenging. And I've tried that many times where I'm feeling down or whatever, kind of just not feeling good, and I try to, like, think of things to be grateful for, and it does help, it does. But I find it's a lot harder. So I something that's coming to mind right now is, like, it's good to be grateful just to be grateful, just because it's a it's just a proper way of thinking, right? But it's also good to be grateful. It's like a way of preventative maintenance on our emotional intelligence and our emotional perspective and attitude. If we're always practicing gratitude and training our mind to think in that positive way, then it's going to create a habit. And if we're constantly grateful, if we're constantly, in a mindset of gratitude, so much good's going to come out of that. I heard a quote like, gratitude turns everything you have into enough. So that just came to me too, like about just like gratitude and preventative maintenance. If we're constantly being grateful, wow, could you imagine what kind of impact that could have? What kind of things could shift in our life? Gratitude is powerful. It is powerful. The Bible talks about it all the time, like give thanks, rejoice. And again, I say rejoice. So that's even scriptural. Like God tells us to be thankful, to give thanks. So I just want to encourage you, just be grateful. Look at what you have. Look at what we could even be grateful for things that didn't happen. Like I'm grateful I don't have cancer. I'm grateful I didn't get in a car accident today. I'm grateful I have my family. I have both of my grandparents still. I'm grateful for my little brothers and sister, and I'm grateful for my job. I'm grateful for the people I know. And it's just so much to be grateful for. I'm grateful for my cat, my apartment. We can even be grateful for negative things. Like I'm grateful for, this isn't totally true, but I'm grateful for the debt I have. Big picture, because I know it's going to develop skills, and just, mental muscle, and tenacity and perseverance in that area to be able to steward finances and in the future, and also to be able to help people with that same thing. So those are just some things I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for so much more, but so yeah, guys, just want to encourage you to be grateful. Just ask yourself, what, and I find a good way of doing this is like, I always sit in the same spot on the couch, right? But if I sit in a different spot, it can help shift my perception. It can help me think of things differently, because my mind's just focused and pointed in a different direction, or my eyes are, so that can kind of help. And just sit, be quiet, meditate, be still. Man, like I say all the time, that verse, Psalm 46:10, be still and know that I am God. Sometimes we just gotta be just chill, just sit, be quiet, and it's amazing the things that will come to us. If we're at work, we take lunch breaks, we take breaks. We need to take breaks from life too. Not by taking a drug or getting high or running from things, but just sit, pray, meditate. It's amazing what comes out of that. So, I just love you guys. I just wanted to put that out there. If you want to leave a comment on what you're grateful for, take care. God bless you.